Welcome. Did anybody want to cry? I was just like, where are the Kleenex? There's no Kleenex. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Stacy Tate, and my mom started this school. My little brother Tyson, he would have been 50-some at this point, was in the first graduating class. And you all make me cry a lot. This is an awesome class. On May 10th, we had Tyson Brim Day, and the class of 2019 named a hall for my brother Ty and surprised our whole family. So I wanted to do something in return, a surprise, because when Mom was here and in this position, she often gave gifts to the class. And I've never really kind of wanted to start that. I could never quite measure up and be that thoughtful and think about, what can you do? And oh my gosh, once you get something started, this is for perpetuity. In my case, at least, because I was born as part of this school, and I think I'll probably die a part of this school. But class of 2019, you have touched my family's heart in a really special way for a variety of reasons. And I have a dish over there. When you get your diploma, I'm going to give you a gift as well. And it's a key ring, because I think you're going to start opening a lot of new doors, whatever that may be. And they can put a real key on there or just use it as a sign. And on the key ring it says, "My story is just beginning." And your story is just beginning. So, and if you're like one of my kids, you might want to immediately give that gift to one of your parents so you don't lose it, because my son, I'm always finding it elsewhere. So let's get to the matter at hand, and we will open. I invite you to open with a blessing. Lord of all mystery, we give you thanks for each and every student in this room. May your blessing be especially upon these young people, now and always. We thank you for every person who has touched their lives in a positive way. And we ask for your light to continue to shine on these graduates and their families. May you continue to bless these teachers and let them know what a gift they are to all of us. The staff who loves them unconditionally and helps to continue to guide them. May these students know that their story is just beginning, and the world will be better off because of it. Amen. Now I'd like to introduce a very exciting person in our life, Dr. Elizabeth Lewin, who has started here recently as an interim head of school as we begin the very exciting time of a search for a new head of school, and we have been blessed in various and multiple ways. So with no further ado, I'd like to introduce Dr. Elizabeth Lewin.
Thank you for the warm welcome. It is my job, and with great joy in my heart, that I welcome each and every one of you on behalf of Brehm's Board of Trustees, administration, faculty, and staff. To parents, family members, and friends of our distinguished graduates, the Brehm family is indeed truly grateful for the opportunity that you have afforded us to be a part of your graduates' learning and exploring of his or her own possibilities and potential. Today is the perfect testimony that our partnership has done its job. Hallelujah. Today is an important day, and we want to thank you for choosing Brehm, and know that your graduate will always be a source of pride for us. So welcome to the 2019 graduation. Now, it is indeed my pleasure to bring Omar Ayed to the podium to deliver the senior class address. Omar?
Thank you, Ms. Lewin. Good evening, parents, family, staff, student, and fellow graduates. My name is Omar Ayad, and I'm honored to speak to you this evening on behalf of the class of 2019. One of the greatest movies of all time, which I'm pretty sure you have all seen, is The Lion King. One of the most touching scenes in this movie is when Simba and Mufasa are lying on the grass, gazing up at the night sky, foreshadowing the upheaval and unthinkable loss that the young Simba would soon face. Mufasa tells Simba that he will always be connected to their ancestors who looked down on them from the stars, and that if he ever feels worried or scared, he should look to the stars and be reminded that he's not alone. When I reflect on what I will miss the most when I leave Brem, I realize that I will miss the connections that I've made with students and staff here. For instance, I'll remember Jackie giving hugs to everyone between passing periods, giving thanks for each other at lunch and dinner, the parents' weekend feast and talent shows, walking around and playing dodgeball, basketball with Bradley, Laniel, and Coach in PE, trying to knock each other, Pam, X, and Laniel, down in those inflatable hamster balls during the Tyson Brem Day we recently had. I could go on, but you get the point. So many of us have made connections and memories with our staff and teachers that we will take with us. For instance, how often have we walked into health and well-being building to process with Pam and her interns about poor decisions we made or that others made involving us? And how positive and energetic was Cindy, who was always encouraging and gave us such great hugs. Sabina, our only official Brem driver, is another staff that we have all connected with and will miss. Her bright, positive spirit and her special way of giving us attitude checks when we need is something we will remember. What about Terry Douglas, our head of academic services and resident fashion queen? Who can forget going to her office to talk about classes, life opportunities, and pretty much anything else on our minds we need to get out? We can't talk about Terry without mentioning Bradley Beck, her right-hand man, our Hulk, who's a really big teddy bear you can talk to about anything on your mind. We will miss you and remember all the memories we made with you. Then there is Miss King. How can we ever forget your healthy living and college strategies class, where the discussions and lectures got really interesting? What about Gary's lit class, where we always ended up talking about really deep topics like identity and finding meaning, purpose in life? We can't forget helping Jen and Nan finish art decorations for prom and making really neat films and projects in PAC class. In our classes, many of us hated working in groups because it took time and organization, which many of us struggled with. But we got through it. Labs and Kara's class was also sometimes challenging, but she always made it fun, and we got through it too. Waking up for PE was really tedious, but our dorm parents, shout out to X and all the other ones, were always reminding us that we're not lucky, we're blessed. Helped us get there. With help from our staff, we learned problem-solving issues with each other in the dorm. Our teachers helped us exercise executive functioning skills. Functioning skills like planning our time, organizing our belongings, making positive decisions, and whatnot that we will use for the rest of our lives. And Kenya, Aaron, and Liz came on campus in the middle of the night to address issues that arose within the evenings. We have been surrounded by love. Let us remember that and give it back to the world as we leave here. Most importantly, let us remember Mufasa's advice to Simba. Stay connected to our teachers, staff, friends, and family who helped us get here, because they can help us keep going when times get rough. Wherever you go, stay true to yourself and remember that just as Simba survived his life being turned upside down to grow up and be a king, we too can thrive in our future lives if we work hard and use the strategies and accommodations we have learned here to become kings and queens in our own rights. Our Brehm family is always here for us. We do not need to look up to the night sky for assurance. Class of 2019, my fellow kings and queens, we have waited long enough to rise to our thrones. Let's get out of here and follow our dreams. Now, I would like to invite Aaron Lee to introduce our alumni speaker.
Thank you, Omar. It is my distinguished pleasure to introduce Ms. Natalie Phelps Tate, an alumni who went to Brehm from 1991 to 1993, her 7th and 9th grade years, who is now an educator, counselor for students, and family facing learning challenges. Disabled by an aneurysm at age 6, she overcame her own learning disabilities and earned a BA in psychology from Bates College and a Master's of Science in Education Psychology from Southern Illinois University in Carbondale. She has taught college courses in psychology, child psychology, and career decision-making at Johnny Logan College. Ms. Tate has also counseled learning disabled and special needs youth and adults in her career decision-making college Success, and is founder and president of an Individual Learning Solutions Incorporated, a non-for-profit that helps students with learning challenges. And their families to accomplish their academic dreams. She's married and has a 6-year-old son and lives on a farm in Crab Orchard, Illinois, where she raises ponies to be companions for children and adults with special needs. Natalie Phelps. I have one more thing to say about Ms. Phelps. Come up here, Ms. Phelps. Tate. She's a lover of animals. She's a lover of people. She's a giver. And she's a life learner. So without further ado, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Ms. Natalie Phelps Tate. Thank you.
Hello all. I'm so excited for you guys graduating. I mean, it's a huge step to the next adventure in your life. As he said, that I am an alumnus of Brehm many moons ago. At that time, there were some of the current staff there, and they're still kicking. Like Paul Kasuth, Bob Drew, Shara Reed, and Coach. If I'm forgetting anybody, I'm sorry. The last couple days, I've been looking at old yearbooks, and their hairdos have changed, and some of them don't have hair anymore or have shifted colors for more gray. But let me explain about my learning disability and how I got my learning disability. As they said, I was a so-called normal kid at age 6, no issues, nothing up to 6 years old. When I was in my middle of my 6th year, I got a cerebral aneurysm. It's a vessel in your brain that bursts and blood rushes where it shouldn't be rushing. And it resulted in damage on the left side of the brain, and it was language and also the full right side of the body. So the minute I got diagnosed with the aneurysm, they sent me to the hospital. They fixed the bleed. However, I had to stay in the hospital for over 3 weeks just for general recovery of motion and being sure that the brain is not going to have an issue again. For many years, right before I left the hospital, they recommended my family to probably put me at a home, a severe sort of facility for people that are disabled. They didn't think I could be successful. They were not sure what I was capable of. My whole right side was numb. If I lifted my right hand, it would have fell. I couldn't walk anymore because it was language. I lost my speech. Anything came out of my mouth was garble. I knew who people were, but I lost the vocabulary for it. So they were not sure what to go for, to believe in the doctors, maybe bring her home and let's see what's happening, if I'm going to improve. They decided to bring me home. At the same time, I had OT and physical therapy 3 times a week at home. It took me a long time to improve my walking, or able to walk at all, and talking, and motor skills. And after a few years, I improved on the motor walking and be able to talk. I had to have speech pathologists through years after my aneurysm. About 6 months after my aneurysm, my parents were trying to figure out where I would be going to school, because the school I was at before surely didn't want me. I was too difficult, too damaged. Well, one of the schools was Central Institute for the Deaf, and they decided, hey, we'll try you out. And they did testing on me, and they realized, we work on students that are hearing impaired, but we're focused on speech. So let's try Natalie at that. They're willing to do it, and I thank them so much. Well, in addition to the relearning speech, they have determined later on that I had a learning disability. Because it was on the left side of the brain, it was language. My main learning disability was reading, comprehension of reading, and writing. And through all those education and support with all the educators that I have experienced through the years, I am, as they were saying, I finally finished my high school, college, and grad school, and I have a career and a family. You could do it. I want you guys to believe in yourself. Believe in possibilities. Open the door to anything you want to do in your life. This is the time to soar and explore and try new things. Don't let people doubt you. Be more stubborn about it. Everyone is different, and it's fine to be different. If everybody was the same, I think it would be pretty boring. Be able to self-advocate. Be able to express your learning disability or learning challenge and be able to emphasize to other people that you have to interact with for their benefit and for yours. I have met amazing people through the years, and I cannot thank them enough. First of all, my family. My parents always raised the bar on me, always believed in my ability. I cannot ever thank them enough. But also, majority of all the teachers that I have went with or dealt with or had in class, they are great, great assets. Do not take them for granted. That all teachers are there to teach and there to help you guys. So be totally thankful through Brehm and beyond. As I said before about CID, one of the headmasters there, she did decide, let's try her out for the new school. And I couldn't have thanked her enough. There was a speech pathologist that I started with. I cannot thank enough. I cannot thank enough about books on tape for my own self. You probably don't even know what books on tape is these days. Getting material on tape because my learning disability is mainly reading. And I really couldn't have done it in school without books on tape and then also pleasure reading in the summer. Brehm, thank you very much. Thank you, Paul Kasuth. As a math teacher, I cannot thank you enough. I remember one day I was doing some math task and I was not getting it, understanding it at all. And he came to me and he says, okay, I'll figure out another way to do it. Compared to in some other schools back in the day, it was, well, why aren't you not getting this material? Everybody else is. But I couldn't, from what he said to me, it made me feel it's not my issue. I need to find another way to learn, and he's willing to work on it. And that's one of the things at Brehm is so important, is these teachers have to adapt from every single kid, every single student, to alter their teaching so that everybody in your class could get the same material, but maybe learn in different ways. And having teachers like that are unbelievable, and we cannot thank them enough. Brehm, for me, really helped me understand my own learning disability, understand how I could self-advocate, understand what strategies that I'm good at, that I could utilize against the things that I'm weak at. And I cannot thank enough people overall through all my years of education, all my years of different teachers and educators. One person throughout Brehm I cannot thank enough is your mother, Mrs. Brehm. If she didn't start this school, I wouldn't have found this school. And even though I had great support from my family, without you guys, I wouldn't have gotten the technology and being able to use and advocate for myself and feel that I can do it. And I hope you guys got the same benefit through Brehm. Again, believe in possibilities. You will need to work harder and longer than your general peers, and it is very frustrating. But that is life. But you can do it, as I did. Thank you.
That's something for you. Natalie, thank you for that wonderful speech. But I'm sure we have something for you in this wonderful box, and I'm trying to figure out how to open it. Oh, it's heavy. Hope it's money. This wonderful glass ball, blue and white.
Oh, thank you.
It's for you. Thank you very much. I'll put it back in this box. And I'll walk right back with you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening. The staff and faculty have the honor of selecting one student among the senior class who displays the qualities of a good citizen: cooperative, courteous, dependable, helpful, and thoughtful. Here are what some of the staff had to say about him. He puts forward his best effort while offering to lend a hand or a smile to others. He takes care of his responsibilities while going above and beyond. He is a valued member of the Brehm family, who not only volunteers his time for all campus events or when called upon by staff, but is kind and respectful to all students. He mentors the underdogs and goes out of his way to make sure everyone is included. This year's Citizenship Award goes to Tyler Hall.
Good evening. The staff and faculty have the honor of selecting one student among the senior class who has displayed persistence and courage in facing and pursuing personal, academic, and social challenges. Here are what some of the staff had to say about him. He has worked hard in all areas and empowers himself for success, and he personifies courage and optimism in the face of adversity and is a consummate gentleman, an all-around beautiful human being. This year's Inspiration Award goes to Emmett Campherdale.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pam and Kenya. Now we're going to address the President's Education Award. The purpose of this award is to recognize the student who shows outstanding educational growth, improvement, commitment, or intellectual development in their academic subjects. It is meant to encourage and reward students who work hard and give their best effort in school, often in the face of special obstacles to their learning. This award is given to the student with the highest overall GPA for all 4 years of high school. The award is accompanied by a letter from the President of the United States and a commemorative pin. The letter, let me find the President. The letter says, "The White House, Washington, D.C. Mrs. Trump and I are pleased to congratulate you on receiving the 2019 President's Education Award. It is a privilege to join your family, friends, school, and community in celebrating your wonderful achievement. The success and education of our youth are vitally important to the future of America and the entire world. Your distinguished commitment to learning gives us great hope. Our nation is strengthened by your hard work, leadership, and academic excellence. We encourage you to continue to believe in yourself, strive toward every greater accomplishment, and pursue your dreams no matter the obstacles. May God bless you, and may He continue to bless the United States. And this year's award goes to Luke Newman. Hold on, sweetheart. Hold it out. That's wonderful. That's amazing. So up next is Brad Sims, Director of Student Outcomes, who will award the Senior Honor Cords.
The honor cords are earned by those students who have acquired a cumulative grade point average of 3.5 or higher on a 4.0 scale and is based on their BREM grades only. Will the following students come up to receive their honor cords? John Albury. Yeah, go around. Urios Christos. Dylan Collins. Tyler Hall. Duncan McCloy. Luke Newman. And Miriam Ritz. Thank you. Thank you. So now the big moment. I would like to invite Reverend Stacy Brim Tate up to pass out the diplomas for the class of 2019.
Would the senior class of 2019 please prepare to receive their diplomas? John Luke Albury. Omar Ayad. Madeline Ray Bankowitz. Emmett Henry Camperdan. Urios Konstantinos Christos. Dylan Thomas Collins. Shea Trinity Franklin. Tyler Sung Hall. Karem Canuck. Duncan Edward McCloy. Luke William Newman. Miriam Ritz. Sebastian Michelle Rowland. Yvonne Philippe Seabach. Wade Malaki Simaloto. Javeer Tanvir Singh. Joshua Lee Stewart. Andrew Jordan Holter Straub. Aaron Ben Israel Taylor. At this time, I would like to welcome Stacy Tate back to the podium for the conferment of graduates.
The most fun part of all. By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees in Brim Preparatory School, and upon the recommendations of your teachers and the school, I proclaim that you have completed your high school requirements and are now graduated from Brim Preparatory School.